What is the first city you think of when you hear Poland? Surely cities such as Warsaw or Krakow would be the first to come to mind. However, in Western Poland, there is a city just as magnificent. Welcome to Wroclaw. A city that doesn't just match the grandeur of Krakow, but also straddles centuries of history, languages and cultures. Here in the heart of Central Europe lies a city with a dual heritage that sparks a passionate question. Is Wroclaw truly Polish or perhaps German? Maybe it is something else entirely. Join me as we dig deep into the roots of this historic city to answer that question. Wroclaw's story begins in the mists of the early medieval era, a time when the region was inhabited by Slavic tribes. By the year 1000, it became part of the Kingdom of Poland under King Boleslaw I. Wroclaw quickly became a thriving hub of trade and commerce. This strategic location, amidst fertile lands and along important trade routes, ensured its prosperity. While the city was largely Polish, it already had multi-ethnic communities such as the Bohemians, Germans and Jews. For centuries it remained under Polish influence, but as Europe's political landscape shifted, so did Wroclaw's identity. In 1241, the residents of Wroclaw abandoned the city during the first Mongol invasion of Poland. After the invasion ended, people began to return to the city, including a large number of German settlers. These German settlers resulted over the course of the following centuries to become the dominant ethnic population of the city. However, even with this population shift, the city retained its multi-ethnic landscape as it continued to function as an important hub of trade. Ultimately, after 350 years under Polish control, Wroclaw became known as Breslau and became part of the Kingdom of Bohemia, aligning itself with the Holy Roman Empire in 1335. This transition saw the influx of Bohemian nobles and merchants, slowly altering the city's cultural landscape. Later, in the 16th century, Breslau became part of the vast Habsburg Empire. As the centuries passed, the city became increasingly German-speaking. This brought about a new era of imperial influence, leaving its mark on the city's architecture and administration. The mid-18th century witnessed another dramatic shift in Breslau's fate. The city, along with the surrounding region of Silesia, was annexed by Prussia. This marked the beginning of a long period of Prussian and subsequently German rule. The Prussian administration implemented significant changes, aiming to integrate Breslau into the fabric of the Prussian state. German language and culture were promoted, gradually overshadowing the city's Polish heritage. By the 20th century, Breslau had transformed into a bustling German metropolis. After the unification of Germany, Breslau became the empire's sixth largest city. The 1900 census listed 98% of the population as German. The city emerged as a vital industrial centre, its factories and workshops humming with activity. Breslau boasted a thriving cultural scene with grand theatres, renowned universities and elegant cafes. The city's architecture reflected its German identity, with imposing Gothic churches and stately Prussian buildings lining its streets. However, the 20th century would also bring change to Breslau, which will alter the course of the city's history. After the end of World War I, as Europe's borders began to be redrawn, tensions began to surface in Breslau. The city found itself engulfed in a regional conflict known as the Silesian Wars. Poles and Germans now found themselves at odds with one another over control of the region. In Breslau, this led to major Polish landmarks being destroyed. The number of Poles as a percentage of the total population fell to just 0.5%. Breslau, now nearly entirely populated by Germans, was the largest German city east of Berlin. The outbreak of World War II cast a dark shadow over Breslau's prosperity. Once a thriving city, Breslau found itself at the heart of one of the most devastating conflicts in human history. The war's impact was immediate and severe, altering the course of the city's future forever. The city, heavily fortified by the Germans, became a focal point of intense fighting in the war's final stages. As the Allies advanced, Breslau was transformed into a fortress, with its streets becoming battlegrounds. The fierce urban warfare left an indelible mark on the city's landscape and its people. The relentless bombardment reduced much of Breslau to rubble, leaving its once grand buildings in ruins. Iconic landmarks were obliterated, and the city's architectural heritage was nearly erased. The destruction was so extensive that it seemed as if Breslau might never recover from the devastation. The end of the war brought about a profound change. Breslau, along with the rest of Silesia, was placed under Polish administration. This transition marked the beginning of a new chapter in the city's history. The rebuilding process was slow and arduous, but it also signified hope and renewal. Breslau, now known again as Wroclaw, began to rise from the ashes, transforming itself into a symbol of resilience and rebirth. The post-war period witnessed a dramatic shift in Wroclaw's demographic and cultural makeup. The city, now officially bearing its Polish name once more, saw an influx of Polish families. Many of these newcomers were displaced from former Eastern Polish territories. Wroclaw's remaining German population were expelled between 1945 and 1949 in accordance to the Potsdam Agreement. Both Germans and Poles faced the daunting task of rebuilding their lives. The people of Wroclaw worked tirelessly, brick by brick, to restore their city. Wroclaw was not just a city being rebuilt, it was a symbol of resilience and renewal, a testament to the enduring spirit of its people. Wroclaw's story is a powerful reminder that cities are not static entities frozen in time. They are dynamic, ever-changing landscapes that reflect the ebb and flow of human history and culture. They are living, breathing organisms that evolve and adapt over centuries. The streets of Wroclaw, bustling with life, tell tales of resilience and transformation. The city's journey from its Polish origins through centuries of Bohemian, Habsburg and Prussian rule showcases a tapestry of influences that have left an indelible mark on its architecture, culture and spirit. To its rebirth as a Polish city, following the devastation of World War II, is a testament to the resilience and determination of its people. What are your thoughts on this fascinating city? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to learn more about Poland, don't forget to subscribe.